1-2 offering, swinging through the inside pitch is Coates. That is 9 up and 9 Ks. Are you kidding me? We've played 2.5. 1 zip to a pitch. It's a hard bouncing ball. That's into center field. Hits the bag. It's a base hit. Edco will score 2. They throw it to the plate, but sliding in easily without a throw there is Deers, the courtesy runner. Base hit and 2 RBIs. Vikings in control now 4-0. 1-1 pitch. That ball's into center field on the run and getting by the center fielder Franzen. It's going to be extra bases. Heading in to score is going to be Hammond. She'll score standing up. Going into third. Sliding in with a triple is Addie Smeltzer. And it is now 5-0 Edco in the lead. And here is now the 1-1 pitch. It's a hard bouncing ball off the glove of the third baseman Dowell. They throw it to the plate. It is not in time and the game is over. The Vikings get a 5-inning perfect game from Rachel Eckelsider. She strikes out 11. And enough offense to grab control. Edco advances with a final win there over Midland by a final score of 8-0. The best tournament action is on KCTN FM 100. It's a Class 3A softball tournament matchup today on KCTN. North Fayette Valley is at Charles City. Both these teams are 19-win teams. NFV has shown plenty of offense and solid pitching throughout the season. They feel they can be a tournament threat. For the Comets, they've spent time ranked in the top 15 in the state. They still feel they are one of the better teams in Class 3A. They look to show it tonight. It's our 3A regional matchup with North Fayette Valley and Charles City. Tonight on Deck Show, coming up next on KCTN.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're well living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Spring means the start of landscaping and construction season. Before you start any projects, make sure to get your utilities located and marked, including your fiber optic internet lines. Damaging underground lines can result in disruption in service. Call Iowa 811 at least 3 business days in advance of any project. It's free and can save you time and money. And be sure to include Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative in any construction plans. Give us a call at 563-864-7611. Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy provider.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC, Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. We begin the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley. Coach, her team finishing up the regular season 19-14, dropped the decision to Oelwein right before the tournament. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was a great competition for us. We've played Oelwein right before postseason the last couple of years, and this is the first year that it seemed like no matter with what their talent that they threw at us, we were able to respond and compete really hard. We dropped it, but we knew we could have won it if we made some different decisions, and so that gave us some optimism going into tonight.
All right, now let's talk about your team offensively. Who's been leading the way for you offensively?
Offensively, it's definitely my top hitter, Hannah Schrader, our senior. She's got the long ball. She has the gap ball. She has the doubles. She has the great base running. And even if she just plays it or puts it in play, even with some missed hits, if it's hard to catch or field her. So she's definitely my biggest offensive threat. And then after her would be Katie Batterson, who is pretty close to her batting average-wise, my number 3 hitter. She's also the one that can do the long ball, more of a single hitter, but she is the one that can also produce a lot of RBIs for us.
And a number of other kids have contributed to the lineup as well.
Oh, yes. And actually, versus Oelwein, it was more or less my middle and end of my lineup that was producing a lot of the RBI opportunities for us. We have Skylar Urison, who's in my 6th spot, and she's been producing, I call her Miss Clutch, because she really does come in clutch for us in a lot of scenarios. Lainey Donnelly has been putting the ball in play with a lot of great bloopers and great singles, so that's been great. Taylor Dean switched to slap hitting halfway through the season, and that's been great for us with her speed and getting and beating out throws and stuff. So, yeah, there's quite a few producers, and, of course, I can't forget Carrington Johnson, who's at the top of my lineup, and she's been just getting great at-bats and getting the game started for us.
All right, now, as far as pitching-wise, let's talk about Batterson on the mound.
Yeah, Katie is obviously her only arm, but she's a dominating arm. Oelwein, we were able to keep them thrown off track with her changeup that she newly developed later in the season because we knew we needed something a little bit to offset her speed, and so we're looking to see if we can throw Charles City with that tonight.
All right, speaking of Charles City, what do you know about the Comets?
Oh, I know that they are strong all the way around the game. They have strong defense, they have strong offense, their hitters are going to put it in play, and then they're going to test us on the base pass, so that's going to be a big key for us. And then overall, they just have great pitching and great coaching, so it'll be a tough challenge.
Some of the other things for the Tiger Hawks, what else do you have to do?
We have to make sure that we can score when we have runners and scoring opportunities. When we have a runner on second, a great single can get us scored. And so we need to make sure that we can just do the simple things and not have to necessarily look for great hits or overpowering hits. We can just play the game and keep it simple and score on bunts and moving runners and just scoring when we have people in place. So that's going to be the big key for us. All
right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
Yes, North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley on our Tiger Hawk program. The On Deck Show continues after this.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Over the past years, Central State Bank has invested in numerous programs and organizations dedicated to the education and enrichment of young people in our area. Athletics and the arts, vocational education, and youth club activities. Because Central State Bank is more than a bank, we're your neighbors, your relatives, your friends, your business partners. And these kids represent the future of our community. Trust your finances to a bank that invests in you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154. Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lowena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruns and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. We continue the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Charles City softball coach Brian Bolin. Coach, your team finishing up the regular season 19-9, defeated New Hampton entering into the postseason. Tell me about that game.
New Hampton is an incredibly solid team. They've got great pitching, great defense, and they can always hit. So for us, that was a good win to in the regular season. I told the girls at the beginning of the week we really need to use the games on Monday and Tuesday to prepare for Thursday and hopefully Saturday. So a couple good wins for us early in the week.
All right, let's talk about your team here. A number of girls contributing for you offensively. Who's leading the way for you?
Jada Malstead in the 3 spot has been between 450, batting between 450 and 500 all year. And then you got Brenley Sullivan, the 8th grader, in the 4 spot, who, as an 8th grader, she's got 5 home runs. She's tied with Jada in RBIs, and she's been batting over 400 on the season also. And then we've got Megan Corbel, our leadoff hitter, slap hitter, and another 8th grader. That really gets on, steals bases, and then we drive her in.
All right, let's talk about pitching wise. I know you've thrown a number of different kids this year. Who are you looking to start in tonight's game?
We're going to start our junior, Maddie Crooks. She's been throwing well lately. She hits spots well, and we've got a lot of confidence in her in the circle tonight, and she knows her defense is going to work hard behind her.
All right, turning our attention to North Fayette Valley, what do you know about the Tiger Hawks?
I didn't get to see them this year. We have played them in the past. They're always a solid ball club, and they do a lot of things well, and so we need to be ready to play tonight.
Keys in the ball game for Charles City, then what do you have to do?
Our game is built on pressure, and we've got to get runners on. We've got to run, we've got to steal, and then we've got to drive the ball and score some runs. So we need to put pressure on them defensively. Our defensive-wise for us, we just need to play clean softball. Try to stay be air-free, and just play tough.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
You betcha. Charles City softball coach Brian Bolin on his Comets program. The On Deck Show continues after this.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkups scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Make your summer meals count with the Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport. Simply visit participating restaurants and our new Farmers Market stop, purchase featured beef items, and collect stamps for chances to win prizes. Participating locations include Gunder Roadhouse, Stadium Bar and Grill, Bill's Boat Landing, and more. The passport runs through August 31st, and new this year there's no minimum stamp requirement plus a convenient digital passport option.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Mike Sass. We welcome you to Charles City, the start of the Class 3A softball tournament today on KCTN. And in our featured matchup, the Charles City Comets hosting the North Fayette Valley Tigerhawks. And what it should be an outstanding matchup here, at least starting out with this matchup tonight here in a loaded region.
Yeah, very tough region here. I think all but one team have winning records, so gonna be very tough for someone to get through this.
On the bottom half of the bracket, you have North Fayette Valley and Charles City, both teams with winning records. Tigerhawks come in 19-14. Charles City is 19-9. On the bottom half of the bracket, you have Osage and New Hampton, both those teams 20-plus wins. On the top half, the team to beat likely in this region is Wahlert. They are ranked as the number 2 team in Class 3A, and we say that because they play a brutal schedule. And the other matchup is Crestwood taking on Olwine. You mentioned Waukon, the only team with a losing record. Everybody else has basically 15 wins plus in what should be an awesome matchup tonight here. this may be the most even matchup in the first round in this region.
Yeah, two records-wise, yeah, very, very similar. Two talented teams. Should be a good one tonight.
All right, let's talk about, first off, North Fayette Valley, the visiting team. They are led offensively by, once again, senior Hannah Schrader, batting .506 on the season, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs. The cleanup hitter has had a monstrous senior year.
Yeah, we've seen her for 5 years now, and she can hit, no doubt about it. She's got power, hits for average, does a lot of good things for the Tiger Hawks.
And obviously you've got some youth as well, as Katie Batterson batting .424. She has 31 RBIs. Taylor Dean, who's become more of a slap hitter as a sophomore, batting .396. She has drove in 24 runs. So again, they are putting the ball into play. Brooklyn Klein is an 8th grader. She's batting .324 on the season. As a team, their batting average, again, has been well over 300, .364 they're hitting as a team. Different competition tonight, but still they come in here confident swinging the bats.
Yeah, they've got some great averages. They're up and down the lineup. Like you said, a little step up in competition maybe. Charles City plays a little bit bigger schools than North Fayette Valley does, but North Fayette Valley's, they've got some bats.
Katie Batterson is the starting pitcher for them. She has thrown all but 1 inning this season for North Fayette Valley, so the sophomore has thrown the doubleheaders for them. In 173 innings, has allowed 228 hits, 132 earned runs, has walked 48 and struck out 120. So she doesn't hurt herself with a lot of walks. ERA is a little over 5 there, so you're going to put the ball in play against them. It'll be important for the Tiger Hawks to make some plays defensively.
Absolutely, and we talk about that all the time, how important defense is, and for Batterson to not allow any free passes, which she usually does a pretty good job of that.
All right, for Charles City, man, the youth they have, it's something else. Jada Molstead is their sophomore, who leads them batting .450 on the season, has 4 home runs, 24 RBIs. Then they have 8th graders. Brinley Sullivan batting .402 with 24 RBIs. Megan Corbel is their leadoff hitter, batting .392 on the season. Again, you have a freshman in Allie Shirley batting .354. It is staggering, the youth they have and the success they're having.
Yeah, to have the record that they do with that youth is pretty impressive. And they've got a good tradition here. They've got a nice big sign of all the times they've won their conference and been to the state tournament, and looks like that tradition is going to keep going.
Yeah, another freshman, Lexan Joslin, batting .323 on the season. So the future certainly is bright, and it's right now for Charles City. Now, as far as pitching-wise, they've had some options to go in this ball game tonight, but they're going to go with Madison Crooks. And Crooks, pitching-wise this season, they've split the duties basically with 3 different pitchers. Crooks is 5-4, has thrown 53 innings. Also, Lily Herman has thrown 47 innings, and Lily Gifford, an 8th grader, has thrown 53 innings. But for Crooks, 53 innings, 84 hits, 40 earned runs, walked 19, struck out 34. Her ERA, similar to Batterson's, at 5.25. But again, you're throwing against some different competition that Charles City left without a conference, just playing everywhere this year.
Yeah, they're playing whoever they can, and a lot of times looking at their schedule, they are playing bigger schools. You know, North Fayette Valley plays a lot of 1A, 2A schools, being in the Upper Iowa Conference, where I don't think Charles City plays as many as they do.
All right, let's talk about the starting lineup. First off for North Fayette Valley, Carrington Johnson, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Ella Seek, the third baseman, bats second. Katie Batterson, the pitcher, bats third. Anna Schrader, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Taylor Dean, the center fielder, bats fifth. Skylar Urson is the catcher, batting in the number 6 spot. Lainey Donnelly, the second baseman, bats in the number 7 spot. Brooklyn Klein, the left fielder, batting 8th. Tegan Schrader, the designated player in the lineup, batting 9th. The number 10 spot in the lineup is Addie Kraft, the right fielder. Meanwhile, for Charles City, Megan Corbel, the left fielder, bats leadoff. Lexan Johnson, the shortstop, bats second. Jada Molstead, the catcher, bats third. Brinley Sullivan, the center fielder, bats cleanup. Allie Shirley plays position number 5 there at third base, bats 5th in the lineup. Avriana Wohlers is the first baseman, batting 6th. Layla Berry, the designated player, batting 7th. Addison Vance is the right fielder, batting 8th. And J.C. Hall is the second baseman, batting in the number 9 spot. Madison Crooks, the pitcher there, is in the number 10 spot. She does not hit there for, once again, Charles City. Keys in this ball game tonight for North Fayette Valley, make the routine plays, but you've got to put the ball into play here, make some pressure, cause some pressure for Charles City.
Absolutely, yeah, they got to put the ball in play, which they're good at, and if they could get out to an early lead, you know, we've talked about this before, put a little bit of pressure on the favorite.
And for Charles City in this ball game, I think it is to try to grab control of this ball game early, and again, that would put North Fayette Valley behind the 8 ball here where they have to play catch-up.
Absolutely, I think it's important for both teams to get out to that quick start tonight.
The other thing is the numbers. According to North Fayette Valley stats, they have stolen 172 bases out of 178 attempts. Charles City has stolen 111 bases out of 115 attempts. But their catcher, Jada Molstead, she has only allowed 19 stolen bases, but has thrown out she's allowed 15 stolen bases and has thrown out 7. So again, not running as much against her.
Yeah, she's got a cannon back there. We watched them take infield, and she really throws the ball well and accurate.
We'll take a break. When we return, opening pitch from our 3A regional opener. You're listening to Tiger Hawk softball from KCTN Sports.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank, we empower success.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Carrington Johnson, LSC, Katie Batterson. Top of the lineup for North Fayette Valley here in the top of the first. For Charles City defensively, Megan Corbel is in left field, Brindley Sullivan in center, Addison Vance in right field. Around the horn defensively, Allie Shirley is at third, Lexan Joslin is the shortstop, J.C. Hall at second base, Avriana Wallers is there at first base, the catcher Jada Malstead, and Madison Crooks is on the mound to start this ball game tonight. It is a beautiful night. There is a flood warning in effect for the Cedar River here in Charles City, away from where they used to play softball here. So that's down in that area of town, but not an issue here. They did pick up another couple of inches of rain, but they're going to deal with some flooding here through the next couple of days in Charles City. But the field is in great shape. Again, this is the first time we've been to their newer complex, only about 5-6 years old.
Yeah, just a beautiful field here, beautiful complex.
And again, we have been given first-class treatment just like we do at our local schools back home. So to lead things off is Carrington Johnson, the shortstop. Johnson batting .383 on the season, 41 hits out of 107 at-bats. So the leadoff batter up here. We are ready to go with our matchup tonight in Class 3A, our fourth game in 4 days. First pitch of the ball game from Crooks. That pitch is low, but hit the right field. Fly ball towards right center field off the glove of Vance, and it's going to go as an error. Vance covering some ground, getting to right center field, but did not make the play there. And going to second base and trying to advance there on the throw in the infield is going to be Johnson, and she's throwing out there at second base. So the Tiger Hawks get greedy trying to go for an extra base, and that's a huge out, number one.
Yeah, huge out after that misplay in right field. Like you said, just didn't read that throw very well. Got a little bit of a late jump to second and got thrown out.
Ella Seek is now up to bat. Seek, again, waiting for the first pitch, and she takes it. It is low. The count is 1-0. Seek batting .258 on the season, but has 22 RBIs. With that average, 23 hits and 89 at-bats. So the out recorded at second base after the air charged on the play. And here is now the 1-0 offering from Crooks. 1-0 pitch there. That's a ball inside, 2-0. We are basically right in front of the on-deck hitter for North Fayette Valley here, almost halfway up the line between home plate and third base, but we are staring into the sun most of this night, though the lights are on here. 2-0 pitch to Seek, gets upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0. So we know the Tiger Hawks going to be aggressive. Surprised the early aggressiveness on the base paths?
A little bit. I think if she'd have read that throw just a little bit quicker, she'd have got there, but got a little bit of a late jump after that errant throw.
And here's the 3-0 pitch. It is low. It is ball number 4. So the first walk issued of this ball game, and a one-out base runner for the Tiger Hawks. Brings up Katie Batterson. You get now to Batterson and Schrader in the lineup. They've been outstanding. Batterson, 424, 3 home runs, 31 RBIs. We did the game against MFL Marmac, which she ended the game with a home run. And a runner on first base for the Tiger Hawks here with 1 out. First offering from Crooks. Swinging through it is Batterson, and the count is 0-1. Again, tonight, let's see how aggressive that North Fayette Valley is stolen base-wise. Seek has 26 steals out of 28 attempts. And again, let's see how aggressive they stay on the base paths. Crooks delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt, and a good dig by the 8th grader Molstead. And the count is a ball and a strike.
Yeah, she's a pretty good catcher back there from what we've seen early so far.
Saw during the warm-ups that, again, like in softball, many of them throw from the knees. And here is now the 1-1 pitch, and that ball's lined but fouled down the left field line. In front of that pitch is Batterson, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I believe Crooks took something off that pitch, and Batterson just out in front of it.
So you'll see Crooks confidence in that changeup. She's going to try to change speeds a little bit more than what we've seen. And once again, the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Batterson. So Crooks delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swinging through the low pitch is once again Seek. She's out there. Going back to first base is Seek, who started to go as if she was trying to run there to second base, but stopped and goes back to first base. Batterson struck out. Ball just knocked down by the catcher, but first base is occupied, so Batterson is out there, and Seek wisely gets back to first base.
Yeah, it was a low pitch, and it wasn't handled cleanly, but I think smart move by Seek, especially with Schrader coming up to bat.
Hannah Schrader now up to bat, leading Tiger Hawks hitter. First pitch is high and away. The count is 1-0. Again, Schrader batting .506. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
44 of 87, 10 home runs, and 50 RBIs on the season.
Quite a season.
Absolutely. 1-0 is the offering from Crooks. 1-0 pitch, fouled back out of play. It's a ball and a strike. So Crooks, we saw to Batterson a pitch that was just dropping.
Yeah, yep, a nice little drop ball there, and Batterson swung over top of that one.
A ball and a strike here with 2 outs and a runner at first base for the Tiger Hawks. And Crooks now delivers the 1-1 pitch. It is low, 2 balls and a strike. Good crowd on hand tonight. They continue to roll in what is a great place to watch a game. North Fayette Valley fans scattering so far as everybody trying to find out where that field is exactly. 2-1 is the count to Schrader. 2-1 pitch, and she lifts a high fly ball. This is to center field. Sullivan drifts towards left center field. Plenty of room. Able to get underneath it. Schrader flies out deep to center field for the 3rd out of the inning. So for North Fayette Valley, no runs, no hits in air. They leave 1. We've played 1/2 inning. NFE nothing. Charles City coming to bat.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Choose skilled care to recover from your surgery or illness. Grace Bowman of Eitzen did, and she states, "When I came into the hospital following surgery in La Crosse, the first thing I noticed was it seems like family. The whole unit was welcoming, kind, caring, and glad I was there. I felt peaceful, and with their help I knew that I would get back home again, which I did just 2 weeks later. The entire staff was encouraging and always gave the extra mile. Wherever you are, remember to ask for skilled care."
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Bottom bottom of the first inning, and Charles City will send up Megan Corbel, Lexan Jocelyn, and Jada Molstead to lead things off. For the Tigerhawks defensively, Brooklyn Klein in left field, Taylor Dean in center, Eddie Kraft is in right field. Around the horn defensively, Ella Seek at third, Carrington Johnson at short, Lainey Donnelly at second, Hannah Schrader at first base, Skylar Urison is the catcher, and Katie Batterson once again is on the mound. Corbel is a leadoff slap hitter. First pitch from Batterson, she hits it towards second base. Charging is Donnelly, flips it barehanded to the first baseman Schrader, and they get the speedy Corbel by about a half a step at first base. Corbel, a .392 hitter from the leadoff spot. Good play by the Tigerhawks there to get the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, good job. She's got a lot of speed there. That was hit right at second base, and she still almost beat that out.
She has 29 steals as she slapped that one to the right side of the infield. Lexan Jocelyn, the shortstop, now up to bat. And here is the offering. Hits a bouncing ball. That's just inside the bag. It is fair down the left field line. So Jocelyn turns to first. She'll go to second, standing up there. The throw misses the cutoff. It'll go to right field, and advancing to third is going to be Jocelyn. It'll go as a double, advancing to third on a throwing error. Charles City with a runner aboard here on third and only one out.
Yeah, they weren't going to get her at second. You got to hit your cutoff there and keep her stranded at second.
Jocelyn was batting .323. It's just up that average. Jada Molstead is now up to bat. Home plate umpire taking time for a second there. Molstead, again, is a sophomore, .450 with a 24 RBIs driven in. So they have such youth that sometimes we may mix up which kid's a eighth grader and which one's a sophomore.
Not many above sophomore, I know that.
So the number 3 spot in the Charles City lineup. The offering and takes it high. The count is 1-0. North Fayette Valley in at the corners, and in softball that's quite common. And again, Seek at third base there, Schrader at first base. So one out. And looking to try to get out of this jam is Batterson here early. 1-0 pitch. It is a changeup. Nice location there. It's a called strike. 1-1 is the count.
Yeah, real nice changeup by Batterson there. I think Molstead looking for that fastball again, got caught off guard.
So the count is a ball and a strike. Of course, North Fayette Valley calls the plays from the dugout area. Coach Shirley does. 1-1 is the count. And the 1-1 offering, changeup, and it's low, 2-1. So Batterson throws, and she has a wristband that has all the pitches there, what location they're looking at. So that's how it's communicated there. So a lot of times you're wondering what Batterson's doing looking over here, and she's looking at the coach in the dugout, which is just off to our left.
Yep, catcher as well.
2 balls and a strike. It's high, and a nice dig there by Urison, getting out of the stance. And that ball heads to the backstop. Jocelyn was certainly leaning down the third base line. And the count, though, 3-1 to Molstead.
Yeah, not a ton of room behind the catcher, so it kind of might depend on the bounce back there.
3 balls and a strike. And now the 3-1 offering. It is high. It is ball number 4. So there's runners on the corners for Charles City here with 1 out. Brinley Sullivan, the center fielder, is up to bat. Sullivan, .402 batting average. She is 33 of 82 and has 24 RBIs. By the way, Charles City will round the bag with Molstead. She'll go halfway between first and second and stop. And catching the ball there was the shortstop Johnson. There's no option. She just runs the runner back to third base, and Molstead will walk into second base standing up there. They were trying to get him in a run down there, staying aggressive, and the Tigerhawks decide to eat it. Swell at 2 in scoring position.
Yep, they just decided to not let that runner from third do anything.
So that is a concern, is the aggressiveness. We talk about NFV on the base pass, same with Charles City. Pitch to Sullivan, it's a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Jocelyn is at third, Molstead at second base, and again, there is 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning as Charles City threatening here to score first in this matchup. A bit of a jam for Batterson. 0-1 offering. It is a changeup. Nice pitch on the inside. The count is 0-2 now, rather. And boy, it seems like right now that changeup for Batterson is going to be a difference maker.
That kind of looks like her best pitch right now. I think the Charles City's kind of sitting on her fastball, so that changeup might be the one to go with.
Coach Bolin taking time for Charles City to have a conversation with Sullivan with 2 outs. And if you're Batterson, that's exactly what you have to do. You have got to mix things up, try to get them off balance.
Absolutely, yeah. You can't let them just sit on one pitch.
So again, after that timeout taken, 0-2 is the count. And the 0-2 offering fouled back out of play. The count is 0-2. Comment you notice a little bit up in the box from what we've seen their first few hitters.
Yeah, and I wonder if that has something to do with that changeup as well.
Yeah, so again, they're in the box with that front foot when it goes forward. But that foot is maybe about 1.5 feet in front of the batter's box. 0-2 pitch and a hitter. So it was hit. Sullivan hit her there in the arm. So the base is now loaded. Had her at the count 1-2. And the base is loaded. Allie Shirley is now up to bat. And Shirley, another sparkling average, 354 with 16 RBIs. Again, now the situation becomes a little more dangerous for North Fayette Valley with the bases loaded and only one out.
Yeah, the only good thing about that is you do have a force everywhere now.
And they play back up the middle defensively and continue to be even with the bags at the corners. And here's a pitch that has fouled out of play. The count is 0-1. But we mentioned Charles City wanting to get out to a fast start to try to take control of this ball game. They felt the longer NFV hung in there, the more confidence they would get. And they are working themselves. At least they have a great situation here in the bottom of the first. Here is your 0-1 offering. It is a changeup in the dirt, and a nice job by Urison. Staying in front of that, got the knees down, blocked it in front, but the count goes to 1-1 right now.
Yep, just used the chest protector there and made sure it stayed in front of her.
It's, again, a very short distance, but I think you have a chance to score on a pass ball because it's so far for the pitcher to get there.
Yeah, it's almost more of the pitcher than the catcher getting the ball.
1-1 pitch, and it is a high fly ball down the left field line, drifting out of play. It'll go past the bullpen area down the left field line. It's now, though, a ball and 2 strikes. So the good news is getting ahead on the count here now is Batterson.
Yeah, she's ahead on the last batter and hitter, so she's got to dig down and try and get a strikeout here.
So again, 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Early in the ball game, some teams would play at the infield in, but the Tiger Hawks, that's a good decision not too early, but the pitch is low. The count is 2-2. Your concern is you want to get an out here and try to stop it from becoming a big inning.
Absolutely, yeah. Just get 1 out, and then you got 2, and then you can get out of it.
But again, in softball, there are some teams that every time the bases are loaded, they're going to play in no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's usually if you're expecting a lower scoring game.
Right.
So 2-2 is the count. 2-2 pitch. It is low. It is a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it becomes a little more interesting here, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's got to come with a strike now, and the hitter knows that. And Urison's done a really good job blocking some of these low pitches.
3 balls and 2 strikes is the count here with 1 out. So again, Shirley looking at a 3-2 pitch, and that ball hit hard down the left field line. As a matter of fact, on the foul side of the third bases box, but it was rocketed down there. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
Yeah, it sure helps when you know that the pitcher's got to come with a strike. You can kind of narrow your zone and really look for a certain area.
And we mentioned the crowd here tonight. We've got folks. They got bleachers in center field, a couple of sets of bleachers. Not full, but pretty good spot to watch a game.
Yeah, I like that.
3 balls and 2 strikes as we get back to action. A lot of times we do the game from the outfield, but power would be a little bit of an issue tonight. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Batterson delivers the 3-2 pitch, and that ball again foul as it lines over the North Fayette Valley dugout at the third base side. She is ahead, and I mean way ahead. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
Got some quick hands there.
And Sullivan hitting the ball hard. And again, the count is full. Do you dare throw a changeup here for your Batterson?
You know, it'd be a good pitch if she's sure it's going to be a strike.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 offering. It is a changeup. It is low. It scoots by the catcher. Means nothing anyway. It is ball number 4. Jocelyn scores from third. Molstead advances to third. Sullivan to second. Shirley a walk and an RBI. This is the fourth batter to reach in a row, but the last 3 have reached because of 2 walks and a hit batter. And Coach Urison taking time here as once again Coach Shirley goes out to talk to the umpire second, exchange softballs there, but now the entire infield coming in for North Fayette Valley to talk. And this is a good timeout taken here by Urison.
Absolutely, yeah. Like you talked about, kind of self-inflicted these last 3 batters. I know Charles City's got some good hitters, but you've also got to make them prove it. You can't just give them those free passes.
Avriana Wohlers, the first baseman, now up to bat, and she's batting .288 on the season, 17 of 59. So the base is loaded with 1 out. Jocelyn doubled. And now we're going to have a runner brought in at third base, by the way, for Molstead. Now they bring in the courtesy runner.
Yep.
And the courtesy runner is number 14 in Jayla Hall. So Jayla Hall, who is again, J.C. Hall is in our lineup at the number 9 spot, but this is again Jayla Hall, another 8th grader. So Hall into run at third base. And again, the base is loaded with only 1 out. Pitch there, and it's a fly ball, center field. Coming in, making the play is Dean. They'll tag the runner from third. Dean throws it to home. Everybody else moves up 60 feet. It is 2-0 Charles City in the lead. Wohlers a sacrifice fly RBI. and the second player in a row there to score for Charles City after reaching base.
Yeah, good piece of hitting, driving in that run from third base, and runner's tag, too. You got to hit your cutoffs there.
And they hit the cutoff. Maybe you got a chance there at second base, but because of that, Sullivan advanced to third, Shirley to second, and Layla Berry, the designated player, up to bat. She follows the first pitch back. The count is 0-1. This season, Berry is a freshman, 9 of 50 batting-wise, and like any team, bottom of the lineup. You're hoping to get some production, but they have had at least putting the ball into play for the most part. Tiger Hawks, I think, would be happy if they can get out of this with only 2 runs in this inning. 0-1 pitch, changeup, and way in front of that is Berry, and the count is now 0-2.
Yeah, that's the one she needs to be able to throw for a strike, and then I think that could really do her some good tonight.
So after the sacrifice fly by Wohlers, Berry now looking at an 0-2 pitch as the pitch is brought in there to, once again, Batterson. So here is now your 0-2 pitch, and it's a pop-up. Giving chase is Urison near the Charles City on-deck circle. Dives for it in the on-deck circle, but just out of her reach. Great effort by Urison. The on-deck hitter got out of the way in the first base side there. Nearly made a spectacular play.
Yeah, that's a heck of a effort there by Urison, just laying out full speed, extended, and just got her glove on it, not able to hold on. No.
So we'll do it again with the count 0-2. That was highlight material. And 0-2 once again is the count. The 0-2 offering, it's a rise ball that stays away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Comfortable night here. The sun is tucked under, so it's really nice.
Yeah, if those clouds stay.
Lower 80s is what we started out. A little humid, but certainly not what we had last week, and certainly not the rain they had last night here in Charles City. A ball and 2 strikes is the count. And Batterson's 1-2 pitch popped up. Urison gives chase, heads towards the backstop area, and that will clear it. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. So again, like many softball fields, not a lot of depth. The thing about this is the ball is not going to bounce right back to you unless it hits the bottom of those fence poles.
Right, yeah, with the chain link.
Yep, it's just going to hit on that fence and lie there. So the catcher is going to have to be quick. Ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, change up, bouncing ball. Third baseman feeling it is Seek. The throw across the diamond to Schrader. It is in time. Berry bounces out to third. But for Charles City, 2 runs, a hit. They leave 2 in scoring position. We've played 1. 2-0. Charles City, the early lead.
Spring means the start of landscaping and construction season. Before you start any projects, make sure to get your utilities located and marked, including your fiber optic internet lines. Damaging underground lines can result in disruption in service. Call Iowa 811 at least 3 business days in advance of any project. It's free and can save you time and money. And be sure to include Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative in any construction plans. Give us a call at 563-864-7611. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy provider.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC, Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Now in the top of the second inning, Charles City leads North Fayette Valley 2-0. Taylor Dean, Skylar Urison, and Laney Donnelly. That will be 5, 6, and 7 in the NFE lineup. Dean, the center fielder, has become a slap hitter, batting .396 on the season, 36 of 91, and despite being a slap hitter here as the season has went on, has 24 RBIs.
Yeah, she puts it in play, hits it hard.
They are way in at third base, by the way, and Dean takes the pitch outside. The count is 1-0. Charles City will run a little bit of a different defense. They'll come crashing in from first, and now as I say that, they're going to switch, and the second baseman comes in. This is more common in softball.
I wonder if they're caught just maybe a little off guard there.
Yep, so now the second baseman is basically at a diagonal between home plate as well as the mound. So here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop fielding it there is Jocelyn. Sharp throw to first base. Not in time. Good hustle down the line there by Dean. It is an infield single. Once that ball got by the third baseman, Shirley, you knew that Dean had every opportunity to beat that out.
Yeah, good play by Jocelyn there and strong throw, but Dean just too quick from that left-hand batter's box.
Skylar Urison is up to bat. Urison batting .383, has 39 RBIs on the season, the number 6 hitter and the catcher. And the first offering from Crooks, and that pitch is dropped. It's a call to ball, I believe, and that pitch was dropped by the catcher Molstead as she quickly looked at Dean, but not enough to try to chase after it. If you're talking about Dean is perfect stolen base-wise this year. 16 of 16. Let's see how aggressive they are here in this game. By the way, the last pitch of ball, this one is a bunt fielded by the third baseman, Shirley. She'll go to first base. They get the out there. They throw it behind the runner. Diving back in is Dean and just gets under the tag. Heads up play by Shirley, who got the out recorded at first base on the force. They then threw the ball to first base where Dean had turned, thinking about going to third, and she just dives back and gets under the tag.
Yeah, that was a dang close play there at second. Dean thought about going to third because as the third baseman was in and made that play, but she hustled right back to cover third.
A sacrifice bunt for Urison. Donnelly is up to bat. Lainey Donnelly, the number 7 hitter. First pitch lines that ball right back to the pitcher. It is caught there by Crooks. Donnelly, who's having an outstanding season as well, batting .341, lines out back to the mound, and again, Dean heads up to stay near the bag at second, but now 2 outs.
Yeah, I think Crooks a little surprised almost that she caught that herself. Throwing it to first was just caught a little off guard.
And 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. Brooklyn Klein now up to bat. Her first pitch pops it up. Third baseman backpedals, reaching up for it is Shirley near the third base bag. Made a nice play backpedaling, and that does it for the Tiger Hawks. No runs a hit. They leave 1. We've played an inning and a half. 2-0, Charles City in the lead.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life. Bottom of the second inning, 8-9-1 for Charles City. Addison Vance, J.C. Hall, then the top of the lineup with Megan Corbel. So Charles City scoring 2 runs on a hit in the bottom of the first inning. And for North Fayette Valley, their first 2 at-bats, they put runners on. And they, again, left a runner in scoring position, but they have no runs and 1 hit early in this ball game. So Vance takes the first pitch, lifts a high fly ball to left field. Going back and on the run is the left fielder, Klein, and she makes the play in front of the fence on the run. Klein with a good jump on it there, used that left-handed glove to make the play, and a big out, number 1.
Yeah, boy, I'm not so sure if she doesn't put that glove up and catch it. That may have snuck over the outfield fence there.
And Vance retired on that fly ball. Vance, by the way, a 200 hitter, brings up J.C. Hall, the second baseman. And she, again, is batting at about 217 clip. The first pitch there is a called strike. The count is 0-1. So both these teams aggressive at the plate early in this game.
Yeah, looking to hit early pitches here.
Tiger Hawks put a runner in scoring position in the top of the second, but coming up empty already in the second inning of this ball game. And the winner of this game, by the way, and here is the 0-1 pitch, swinging through the rice ball there is Hall. Count is 0-2. Is New Hampton and Osage playing tonight at New Hampton, a team that North Fayette Valley saw for a doubleheader this year. And we'll try to get you an update on that ball game. And the count is 0-2. As Batterson looking for her first strikeout. It's a low pitch, popped up, and this is a major league pop-up. Shortstop drifting near foul territory there behind the third base bag. Tracking it down is Johnson for out number 2. That's the shortstop's ball, and a good job by Johnson covering ground.
Yeah, even though it might be closer to third base, a lot better angle for the shortstop on that, and good job by Johnson getting over there.
Megan Corbel is up to bat. Time taken here by Charles City's head coach, Coach Bolin there. And there is 2 outs here, so the bottom of the lineup, North Fayette Valley handling a positive sign. Corbel was bounced out to second base on what was more of a slap hit.
Yeah, and
it was almost like a check swing type hit.
It almost beat it out, too.
Yeah, on the left-handed side of the box, she starts actually farther back in the box because, again, she's running up to hit it and wants to make sure she stays in the box. And the first offering there hits it to the left side of the infield, fielded by Seek, who is in. The throw across the diamond, it is in time. Well played defensively by North Fayette Valley. Charles City goes down in order in the bottom of the second. We've played 2-0 our score, NFV trailing.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Top of the third inning, 2-0 Charles City in the lead. 2 runs, 1 hit for Charles City. They have not committed an error. They have committed 1 error. North Fayette Valley, no runs, 1 hit. They have committed 1 error. So Tegan Schrader to lead things off. Schrader batting .284 on the season. Madison Crooks in her 3rd inning of work. And the first pitch there is Schrader, late swing, and the count is 0-1. Tiger Hawks have their helmets in a couple of different color helmets, but they all have the Tiger Hawk stickers that are on them. And again, that has to do with certain plays you made.
That'd be my guess, yeah.
0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch takes a strike on the inside, and the count goes to 0-2. So we're moving quickly along here in the top of the third inning. And again, we'll try to give you an update from Osage and New Hampton in just a bit. 0-2 is now the count. The 0-2 pitch to Schrader takes the pitch. It is low. The count is 1-2. They've been trying to, both these pitchers, to get that low strike. Hasn't been there yet.
Yep. Good job of moving the ball around, though, by both pitchers.
1-2 is now the count. And again, it is the offering from Crooks. And Schrader, changeup high, but she was caught off guard. First changeup we've seen from Crooks?
Not very many. Maybe a couple in the first inning, but first couple innings. But she hasn't thrown that very often.
2 balls and 2 strikes as she just missed high on the changeup. 2-2 offering to Schrader. Swings through it. Ball dropped by Molstead, the catcher there, but she said she got a piece of it, so she stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Molstead able to hang on to it. Goes as a strikeout, but new life now for Schrader. And again, we'll do it with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's a changeup, getting a piece of it there was Schrader. So looking for the changeup there, just missed it, fouled it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes is our count. Lead off, top of the third inning. North Fayette Valley trailing again 2-0 after the Comets scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. 2-2 pitch to Schrader, fouls it back again. We have seen a number of foul balls already in this game. Means right now our hitters just a little bit off, but getting some cuts.
Yeah, the good job here by Schrader, really making Crooks work in the circle there.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count is evened up. And again, we'll do it again. 2-2 pitch, swinging through a low pitch there was a drop ball. Schrader swings right through it. Strikeout number 2 for Crooks. Out number 1 here in the third. Gets back to the top of the lineup for North Fayette Valley. Carrington Johnson is up to bat. She was safe on an error in the first inning, but ended up being thrown out as they missed the cutoff there, and a good play by, once again, Charles City defensively.
Yeah, third baseman backed it up and was able to throw her out at second base.
Overshot the second baseman into the infield, and a late start by Johnson ended up being thrown out at second. Takes the pitch there, and that pitch is, I believe, on the outside, and the count is 1-0. Top of the lineup once again here for the Tiger Hawks with 1 out. And they'll look to work here. Crooks to Johnson. And there's a pitch that is fisted towards the second baseman, Hall. Hall catches the soft line drive. Johnson got jammed. Lines out to second base. Second out here in the third.
Yep, just like you said, in on her hands and not able to do much with that pitch. Easy out there to the second base.
Ella Seek now up to bat. Seek walked in the first inning and ended up being thrown out there at second base in the game. So the first pitch being offered to Seek, and she hits that ball right to the shortstop, Joslin, between short and third. Joslin takes a couple of steps to her right, catches the line drive for the third out of the inning. Tiger Hawks go down in order, bottom of 3 coming up. 2-0 Charles City.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Now in the bottom of the third inning, Lexan Joslin, Jada Molstead, Brinley Sullivan. This is the part of the lineup for Charles City, which ended up scoring their 2 runs as Joslin doubled and scored for Charles City the first run. Then Molstead walked, but Hall came in to run for her and scored the second run. So once again, Joslin leading things off in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch, it's a changeup downstairs. The count is 1-0. 2-0 Charles City in the lead. And this is now the bottom of the third inning and a ball game moving right along.
Yeah, the last couple innings haven't taken very long.
And again, bases loaded situation for Charles City in the first, but they came away with 2. 1-0 pitch, and that's a ball that's lined into left field, and coming in and ending up sliding forward is Klein, who makes the play. Almost looked like she lost her footing a bit, but hung on to it. That's the second strong defensive play by Klein in left field for out number 1.
Yeah, good job by Klein out there. I was blocked out by the Charles City head coach there and coaching third base, but good job by Klein making that play.
They're playing deep tonight with Charles City's hitters. You understand that, and she covered a ton of ground to get in and rob what would have been extra bases. So Molstead up to bat, who walked, takes the first pitch there for a strike on the inside. The count is 0-1, but a big out retired. We talked about North Fayette Valley needing to make the plays defensively. If you get a couple of good defensive plays, that'll help you out, and it certainly has early in this game on 2 catches from Brooklyn Klein. The 0-1 offering to Molstead. Changeup popped up into shallow center field. Running is the second baseman, Donnelly. It's just out of her reach. It'll go as a base hit. Molstead just found a little spacing there at the edge of the infield. Donnelly covered some ground to try to get to it. Reached up for it there, but it cleared the glove, and a 1-out single by Molstead.
Yeah, good hustle by Donnelly. Just wasn't quite able to get there, and like you said, not especially a hard hit, but good job by Molstead finding that open area.
Brinley Sullivan now up to bat with 1 out. Neither team has been overly aggressive on the base paths here early, but with 1 out, let's see if they will look to run Molstead. Even though she's the catcher, she's got some quickness. And the offering there, she's off and running. The ball gets by the catcher Urison, so there's no chance to throw her out. Molstead, by the way, now 20 of 20 stolen base-wise this year. And remember, they courtesy ran for her before, and they're going to do it again.
Yeah, I think they let her steal. It looks like maybe they let her steal second with that speed, and then they get someone in for her.
And obviously, they feel that Hall, who scored the second run of the ball game, obviously feel certainly at ease with her quickness.
Yeah, she must be a good runner as well.
So with 1 out, Brinley Sullivan, who was hit by a pitch, comes up to bat in the bottom of the third inning. Comets looking to add on to a 2-0 lead. And here is the offering from, once again, Batterson. The pitch is away and high. The count is 1-0. Well, we talked about Hall coming in to pinch run, an 8th grader. She's 10 of 10 stolen base-wise this year.
Yep, so she's obviously got some speed as well.
2-0 the count.
Yep.
And again, first pitch was a ball that Molstead was running on. 2-0 pitch, it's a changeup high. Count goes to 3-0. Batterson has only allowed 2 hits so far in this ball game, has walked a couple of batters, and in danger of issuing her 3rd walk here, as Charles City did take advantage of it in the first inning.
Yep.
But as one of the girls that was walked ended up scoring and actually scored because of another walk.
Yep.
So that was Shirley who walked and got credited with an RBI.
And the hit by pitch as well.
Yeah, Batterson will try to work her way back with the count 3-0. That is a rise ball. There was no chance to get to that one. And actually, the last pitch was called a strike.
Yep, well, we missed that one.
3 balls and a strike. Well, that explains why Coach Bolin was having a conversation with the umpire there, and I think he wanted to know the location of it. 3 balls and a strike. So we're corrected on the count now. Scoreboard was wrong, too, by the way. 3-1 offering there. It's a changeup. It is high. It is ball number 4. So we got to ball number 4, and that is the third walk issued by Batterson. Second and third now here for Charles City with 1 out. And Allie Shirley is up to bat. Shirley walked, drove in a run back in the third inning. Second and first, threatening again. After Charles City went down in order in the second, they are threatening again here in the bottom of the third inning. And this is the 5 spot in their lineup.
Yeah, this middle part of the lineup's really giving Tiger Hawks some problems.
And you've got good speed on the base pass for Charles City. Here's a high fly ball. This is shallow left field. And again, Klein coming in, makes the play on the run, able to keep the footing there. But a good job tracking down another one. Shirley flies out to left field. Everybody stays put. And it's out number 2.
Yeah, Klein doing a really nice job out there in left. Like you talked about them playing so deep, she had to come in a long way to catch that one.
Yeah, and again, you're talking maybe 15 feet in front of the fence, but it makes sense. You don't want to give up doubles in this ball game.
Absolutely, and I think she may have robbed a home run playing that deep.
Avriana Wohlers, the first baseman, is up to bat, had a sacrifice fly RBI in her first at-bat. So now 2 outs. See if the Tiger Hawks can get out of this without any damage. But here's a bouncing ball. It's into center field. It's a base hit. Hall waved around. She'll score standing up into third base. And turning wide at third is Sullivan. She goes back. Wohlers with a base hit. Her second RBI. Advances to second on a throw to the plate. And it's 3-0 Charles City in the lead.
Yeah, good hitting by Wohlers. Just right back up the box, right back up the middle there.
And it looked like Sullivan was going to go trying to score from first on a single to center field. We mentioned they had quickness on the base pass.
Yeah, she can run as well.
So that brings up Layla Berry, who bounced out to third. Still 2 in scoring position. It's a bouncing ball to Seek. Gets a good hop to handle. Nice throw over there to Schrader at first base. Berry bounces out 5-3, and that does it for the Comets. They leave 2 in scoring position. But they pick up a run. They do it on 2 hits. We go to the top of the 4th. 3-0. Charles City in the lead.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
So we go to the top of the 4th inning. North Fayette Valley trailing by a score of 3-0, and they will send up Katie Batterson, Hannah Schrader, Taylor Dean, 3, 4, and 5. The heart of the lineup here for North Fayette Valley. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error committed by North Fayette Valley. For Charles City, they now have 3 runs on 3 hits. They have committed 1 error. Batterson, a strikeout victim, her last at-bat. Here we are already in the top of the 4th inning. And the first offering from Crooks, and that ball is lined into left field, and it's going to get inside the line and roll to the corner. Batterson goes into second base, standing up. A leadoff double here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, good job by Batterson helping out her own cause here. Hug that third base line, easy stand-up double.
And we will see a courtesy runner coming in for Batterson as Hannah Schrader is up to bat. So Batterson replaced as again, this is a courtesy runner as number 5 coming in, Lily Klein. And Lily Klein comes in, and she is a freshman. And Klein has done a whole lot of running for them this season. She has 2 official at-bats and has scored 40 runs.
Yeah, that's a good runner there. I'm sure she runs for Batterson all the time.
Hannah Schrader now up to bat. Schrader flew out to center field. Her previous at-bat deep. Takes the pitch low. The count is 1-0. Klein getting a great jump off of second base, about almost halfway between second and third, but again aware that the second baseman Hall is coming in from behind after the pitch. 1-0 offering now to Schrader. 1-0 pitch, takes it. It's a strike at the knees. It's a ball and a strike. We mentioned the Tigerhawk stickers they have on. Schrader's helmet's pretty much full, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't know if they all have their own individual helmets, but if they do, yeah, she deserves it. She does a lot of good things for them.
A ball and a strike is the count. 1-1 offering and gets a piece of it, fouled it back, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. I don't believe they have their own helmets, but it'd be great if they did, right?
Yeah, it's be a way to kind of see who their better players are, I guess.
A ball and 2 strikes. We see this a lot of time with football players, right?
Yep. Ohio State's the one that comes to my mind.
Yep. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So here is now the 1-2 pitch to Schrader. Hits a hard bouncing ball. That's into center field. It's a base hit. Fielded by Sullivan. They'll hold the runner at third. Throw comes into the infield. Molstead comes up from the catcher spot to catch it about halfway up the line. Back-to-back hits for North Fayette Valley. Runners on the corners now with nobody out here in the 4th.
Yeah, good job by Schrader. Again, right back up the middle, and strong throw out there by Sullivan. I think good job holding that runner at third. I think she might have been out at the plate if they had sent her.
Yep, Taylor Dean is up to bat. Yeah, that ball was fielded cleanly by Sullivan on the way in. So Dean, the left-handed hitting slap hitter, singled her first at-bat on an infield single. They are in again at second and in at third. First pitch to Dean, bumps it up the third base line. It is barehanded there by the third baseman Wohlers. The throw to the first base there. They get the out there, and sliding in safe on the throw to the plate is Klein. There's the first run of the ballgame. By the way, Dean was safe at first base. A bunt single fielded by Shirley, second and first now with nobody out. And it's 3-1. Tigerhawks climb back in.
Yeah, Dean couldn't have placed that in a much better spot. And again, with her speed from that left end batter's box, she beats that out.
We are glaring right into the sun right now and makes it pretty tough to see where that ball was headed down the right field line. But that's the second infield single for Dean and an RBI. So Skylar Urison is up to bat. Remember, she had a sacrifice bunt her last at-bat. You have Schrader at second, Dean at first base, and again, there is nobody out after time taken by Charles City and their coaching staff bringing in the infield. So here is now your offering from Crooks. First pitch there, they look to bunt, fouled back, and that time Urison kind of leaned down a little bit in front, almost looked like trying to bunt for a hit there.
Yeah, I think trying to move him over and trying to reach at the same time.
And that first pitch fouled back. The count is 0-1. Again, they are way in at third and in at first. This situation, the second baseman stays back on this bunt with the runner at second base. They look to bunt, laid down by Urison. It'll spin foul, though. Not a bad bunt at first, but because of that Q spin it had on it there, it ends up going foul about 10 feet up the line, and the count is now 0-2, so you likely call off the bunt here.
Yeah, I think she's probably got to swing away now.
And time taken as Coach Shirley wants to have a conversation with her down the third base line. And again, Urison certainly has been a very good hitter this season. We mentioned she's batting .383 on the season, and as far as RBI-wise, she's been pretty darn good, 39. So you have a lot of confidence in her to certainly put the ball into play. But in this situation early here, a chance to get some runs, so they asked her to move him over. Now she'll try to do it, swinging away. 0-2 pitch, and that ball is lined into center field. It's a base hit. Schrader waved around from second. Here's the throw to the plate. Schrader slides in head first. The throw's up the line, and it's 3-2. Over to third base is Dean. Base hit there for Urison in her RBI. She comes through with 2 strikes, and it's now 3-2 here in the 4th.
Yeah, good job by Urison right up the middle, and a good hustle, good base running there by Schrader. She didn't hesitate, and head first slide at home plate.
This is the second time through the lineup for North Fayette Valley, and they have 4 hits in a row here in the 4th inning. And again, still nobody out. Dean is at third. Urison is at first base. And that will bring up Lainey Donnelly as there's going to be a pitching change here made for Charles City. So Madison Crooks will be replaced here. We'll tell you about the pitching change when we return.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Lily Gifford is the new pitcher for Charles City. Runners on third and first. There is nobody out. Time taken by our home plate umpire. You're an 8th grader. Welcome to the postseason. It's a 3-2 ball game in the middle stages, and they're in a jam with runners on third and first and nobody out. Gifford, as this is her 14th appearance, 7-2, 53 innings, allowing 82 hits, 30 earned runs, walked 13 and struck out 19. And here is the offering to, once again, Donnelly, who lined out back to the pitcher, takes the pitch low. The count is 1-0. So top of inning number 4. The Tiger Hawks bats have come alive here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 is the count to Donnelly. Let's see if the bottom of the lineup can do for the Tiger Hawks. 1-0 pitch, bouncing ball back to the mound. They go to second base and get the force out, and scoring standing up from third is Dean. Dean was certainly had a chance to be caught between third and home, but Gifford turned to second. Urison retired there on the force out. Donnelly safe on the fielder's choice, but credited with an RBI, and we are tied at 3 now here in the 4th.
Yeah, I think if Gifford was a little bit more observant, they might have been able to catch Dean at third.
Yeah, Dean certainly had a good jump off of the bag. So Brooklyn Klein is up to bat, swings right through the pitch there. The count is 0-1. We mentioned Charles City has thrown 3 pitchers, so they have been able to move things around pitching-wise. They have 3 girls that have thrown, as far as stat-wise for them, have thrown over 47 innings.
Yeah,
so that's a rarity.
I don't know if they play any other positions either.
0-1 pitch, fouled back. The count is 0-2. Yeah, Gifford basically replacing Crooks that time, and Crooks is the number 10 player in the lineup, so Gifford basically enters as the number 10 player. 0-2 with 1 out. So still at first base now here, it's Donnelly with the first out, rather, of the inning. 0-2 the count. 0-1 offering. It's a bouncing ball back to the mound again, but it's booted there by Gifford. It's picked up by the third baseman, Shirley. There's no chance to make the play. It kind of handcuffed the pitcher, Gifford. There's runners on second and first for North Fayette Valley with 1 out. The second error of the ball game for Charles City.
Yeah, a little bit of an in-between hop there for Gifford, and I think she was kind of thinking, I'm going to second base for the double play before she even had the ball, which might have caused some issues as well.
At the end of the second inning, Osage leads New Hampton 8-0. Yeah, they're kind of good.
Yeah.
So that brings up now Tegan Schrader, who was a strikeout victim, looks to square a bunt here, pulled things back, and that pitch, I believe, ended up being a...
Thought it was a ball,
yeah,
but I'm
I think it ended
not
up being
sure.
a ball there. So she pulled things back late. They are in at third base. And here is now the pitch. She looked to bunt, pulls things back, takes the pitch low, and the count should be 2-0 now. But the Tiger Hawks, after the first 4 reaching, technically all 6, the first 6 batters have all reached. Donnelly reached on a fielder's choice, and then, of course, Klein on the air. They look to bunt, it's fouled back, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So, again, Schrader's the number 9 hitter. You may wonder, well, why are you bunting with 1 out? But the top of the lineup coming up next.
Right, yeah, and get that runner into scoring position and see if you can take the lead.
Yeah, you'd love to get Johnson a shot with 2 runners in scoring position. So here is now the 2-1 offering. She bunts it. It's a beauty. Fielded by the third baseman, Shirley. Her only play is to first. Hall covers the bag. Donnelly goes to third. Klein to second base. Schrader there gets the job done with a sacrifice bunt, and that brings up the top of the lineup with Carrington Johnson, the shortstop. Johnson, safe on an error, lined out to second base. She is 0 for 2, the 8th Tiger Hawk to bat this inning.
Yeah, good job by Schrader there, getting that bunt down, doing her job, and giving Johnson an opportunity here.
2 outs, and the offering to Johnson in front of the changeup there. First changeup from Gifford, well in front of it. The count is 0-1. Again, Johnson, your leadoff hitter, .383 on the season, 41 hits, 107 at-bats, and has really been the anchor at that leadoff spot. 0-1 pitch. It's a bouncing ball. Shortstop charging in is Joslin. Throw on the run in plenty of time, and the Comets get out of it. But North Fayette Valley, 3 runs in the inning, 4 hits in air. They strand 2. Halfway through this one, now knotted at 3.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lewena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Bottom of the fourth inning, we are tied at 3. Addison Vance, J.C. Hall, then the top of the lineup with Megan Corbel to lead things off here for the Comets. Vance, by the way, flew out to left field. Tiger Hawks fell down 3-0, but scored 3 runs in the top of the fourth inning, and here we are right in this ball game, and where North Fayette Valley wanted to be as we approach the later stages of this game. And to lead things off once again is Vance. First pitch to Vance, bouncing ball, third baseman able to get it there as Seek, throw across the diamond in plenty of time. Seek stayed down on it. Vance bounces out. It's out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, really nice job by Seek there. That's kind of a tough hop, but stayed down, made the play, and a nice throw.
So after falling down 3-0, the Tiger Hawks had the answer offensively, and now you'd love to see a shutdown inning after it.
Boy, that'd be great. And then they get the number 2 hitter leading off next inning.
J.C. Hall, the second baseman, is up to bat. Hall popped out to short. She is 0 for 1. Offering from Batterson, lays down a bunt. It's spinning, and that ball will be barehanded by Urison. The throw to first, it is not in time. That thing was like a spinning top and just stayed on the line. It goes as a bunt single for Hall, and the lead with 1 out there, and I believe time taken here by Coach Shirley, who has a question on that play.
Yeah.
And I think she was asking maybe if there was some sort of interference or something on that play.
Possibly, yeah, I don't know. Can you interfere with the catcher there?
Yeah, or would the catcher interfere there? And nope. So, again, Coach Shirley pleased with the answer, and we've seen both coaches. And the good news is good questions there, and professional with it there.
Yeah.
Our umpires talk it over. Civilization, huh?
It's nice when you see that, yep.
Yeah, not like the walk-on, what happened there in a young kids game the other night.
That was disappointing.
Megan Corbel, 0 for 2, back to the top of the lineup, swings through the first pitch. She's taken all the way, off and running, and sliding into second base is Hall. The throw's off the bag. She had it swiped anyway, and a runner in scoring position. Hall now 12 of 13, steal-wise in this season. Corbel just swung through to protect the runner. Corbel is 0 for 2, has bounced out to second and bounced out to third. She is the slap hitter. And let's see what they look to put the ball in play from the left-handed side of the box. 0-1 pitch, lays down the bunt. This is going to run foul right by us in the on-deck circle. Picked up there by the third baseman, Seek. And the count is now 0-2. So you still have to be concerned about Corbel, not necessarily bunting, obviously, with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
But she's going to look to slap the ball and try to go to the left side of the infield to give her a chance. North Fayette Valley, again, they are in the infield position. Everybody even with the line. In at the corners a little more. 0-1 the offering. 0-1 pitch and hits a bouncing ball. Second baseman staying down on his Donnelly. Got a nice hop to handle. Hall will advance to third. Corbel put it in play, but she has now grounded out 3 times. North Fayette Valley has done a good job pitching to the leadoff hitter. 2 outs now and a runner at third base.
Yeah, great job getting that leadoff batter out, but she does move her over to third, so Urison's got to do a really nice job keeping everything in front of her now.
Lexan Jocelyn is 1 for 2. Doubled and scored. Lined out to center field, the number 2 hitter for the Comets. And the first pitch, she lifts a high fly ball left field. And again, coming in there is Klein. Klein's been a magnet tonight. Camps underneath it, makes the play for the third out of the inning. And the Charles City Comets lead a runner at third here in the fourth. No runs, a hit, stranding 1. We go to the fifth, tied at 3.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC, Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Now in the top of the fifth inning, tied at 3, Lainey Donnelly, Brooklyn Klein, Tegan Schrader, This is the lineup here that was part of what happened last inning, putting the ball in play, making some things happen. Meanwhile, it will be Ella Seek, Katie Batterson, and Hannah Schrader, 2, 3, and 4 in the Tiger Hawk lineup. Seek walked and lined out to shortstop. So here in the 5th inning, we are tied at 3, and an excellent ball game so far. First pitch fouled back out of play. The count is 0-1. Closing the book on Crooks pitching-wise, Crooks went 3 innings, 5 hits, responsible for all 3 runs. Did not actually walked 1 and struck out 2. And right now it is Gifford on the mound in her 2nd inning of relief. Here's a ball that's lined into center field. Leadoff single for Seek. That's the 6th hit of the ball game for the Tiger Hawks. Runner on here to lead off the 5th inning.
Yeah, Tiger Hawks doing a nice job hitting a lot of balls right back up the middle tonight.
Katie Batterson is up to bat now. Batterson is 1 for 2. Strikeout victim, and she doubled to start the rally in the 4th inning, that 3-run rally. And Klein has doubled, and it was Klein who came in to run for her. Lily Klein came in to run for her and scored the run. So the first pitch from Gifford, she looks to bunt, fouls it back, and the count is 0-1. That was a bunt and run. Seek was off and moving.
Yeah, they're trying to get the runner into scoring position for Hannah Schrader, trying to plan for the lead here, basically.
The other thing, if on a bunt and run type situation, where you hope to get the bunt down, but with the third baseman in and a running start for Seek, you could wheel her to third, at least have a chance.
Yep, at least take a look at that.
0-1 offering. They swing away. It is a high fly ball. This is shallow right center field, but the center fielder calling for it there. And Sullivan makes the play with ease. Batterson flies out to center field for out number 1, and that brings up Hannah Schrader now, the first baseman. Schrader flew out to center field, singled and scored in the 4th inning. And runner at first base with Seek. Seek stolen base-wise this year is 26 of 28. The junior is on the season. Let's see if they stay aggressive. Pitch to Schrader. It is low. The count is 1-0. Seek is getting a very good jump off the bag at first.
She is. I just think Molsted's maybe just a little too good behind the plate here.
Yep. At 1-0 is the count, and especially with the bat of Schrader. 1-0 offering there. Schrader fouls it back, and the count is a ball and a strike. One thing about Schrader is doesn't get cheated on any swing, does she?
No, she's powerful up there, and yeah, she could put the Tiger Hawks up 2 runs here with the right pitch.
Ball and a strike is the count. And here is now Gifford with the 1-1 pitch, and that ball fisted. Shortstop fielding it is Joslin. They'll go to second base for 1. They turn the double play, 6-4-3. Hall at second, rifle to strike to Wohlers. Double play ends it for the Tiger Hawks in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 3.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkup scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
We are now in the 5th inning, and once again our score, it is 3-3 with North Fayette Valley and once again, Charles City. It'll be Gina Molstead, Brindley Sullivan, and Allie Shirley. That will be 3, 4, and 5 to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as we are now in the later stages of what is a good ball game tonight here at the Comets home field. And this is the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Molstead has been on base twice and takes the first pitch low. The count is 1-0. Walked and also singled. Now Hall came in to replace her, and Hall scored both runs. But again, the Molstead, Sullivan, and Shirley combination has been on base 5 of the 6 at-bats in this game. And the count is 1-0. The offering from Batterson, it is low. The count is 2-0. So again, 3-3 ball game. And this is what we thought certainly could happen in this ball game if the Tiger Hawks survive the early innings of this ball game, because now they are playing with a ton of confidence.
Yeah, that was big to claw back and tie this thing up, and now the pressure shifts to Charles City a little bit.
2-0 is the count. Charles City, a team that spent some time being ranked this year. 2-0 pitch. This is a high fly ball, straightaway center field. Couple of steps to the left. Dean able to camp underneath it. Flying out to center field is Sullivan, and it's out number 1, and that brings up Brindley Sullivan, the center fielder. Sullivan has been on base twice, hit by a pitch, and walked. but the leadoff batter retired here in the bottom of the 5th. So Katie Batterson has done a very good job keeping Charles City off balance.
Yeah, absolutely. Little rough first inning, but since then she's been pretty good.
Now the fly balls to the outfield have been pretty much routine in this game. Rise ball that stays away there, the count is 1-0. And to be honest with you, Batterson very similar to Crooks on the mound.
Yeah.
And as well as Gifford as well. Not much difference.
Nope.
And again, she'll work with the count 1-0. And one out here in the bottom of the 5th. And the 1-0 pitch from Batterson, and that swinging through the low pitch there is Sullivan. And it goes to a ball and a strike. Again, you see Seek well in at third base, and she'll back up a step with the count 1-1. And Sullivan, with her type of speed, has the ability to certainly lay down a bunt at any time. And here is the 1-1 pitch. Takes it as a changeup high, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, good idea there by Batterson. Just left it a little bit high.
North Fayette Valley, 3 runs, 5 hits in this game. Charles City, 3 runs, 5 hits in this game. And here is now the 2-1 pitch to Sullivan. 2-1 offering. It pops it up. Giving chase is Urison. That ball's going to hit the top of the dugout right beside us. And running out of room easily there was Urison, gave good chase. And you may have heard the coaches from the North Fayette Valley dugout saying, it's out of play, out of play.
Yep.
So good. We talk about good communication.
Good
the Tiger Hawks have played with a ton of enthusiasm tonight.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Didn't get down when they got down early and battled back.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 offering, change up, bouncing ball way in front of that one is Sullivan. We'll do it again with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sullivan, a couple of times that she's been up, has hit a number of foul balls. So she has done a good job making contact. But again, the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. They bring that ball back into play. And time taken for just a second as Batterson will bring it back to the mound. 2-2 count with 1 out. Osage leading New Hampton 8-0. We'll try to get you another update there. Meanwhile, 2-2 is the offering. 2-2 pitch. Tried to check her swing, and swinging at the pitch low was Sullivan. Dug out of the dirt by Urison. She'll fire it down to first base, and the strikeout recorded there. First strikeout recorded by Batterson, and it's out number 2 now here in the 5th.
Yeah, good time for it as well against the number 4 hitters.
Yep, so you've retired the top of the lineup in her first 4 here. Corbel, Jocelyn, Molstead, and Sullivan have all been retired here after scoring their 3 runs combined the first 3 innings.
Yeah, that's big.
And Allie Shirley is now up to bat. Shirley drove in a run and flew out to left field, takes the pitch low. The count is 1-0. So 3-3, bottom of inning number 5. And a matchup that looked like the most even matchup out of this region, and we have not been disappointed so far. 1-0 as Batterson works here to Shirley at the number 5 spot in the lineup. 1-0 offering. It is a rise ball that stayed away. Count goes to 2-0. We mentioned earlier, Waukon, the only team with a losing record in this region. Wahlert on the top half, thankfully on the top half. And that's a team that is ranked 2nd in Class, once again, 3A here. 2-0 is the count. And the 2-0 offering from Batterson, and that's a high fly ball. Left center field. On the run is Dean. Dean makes the play on the run in left center field. Covered a ton of ground to get to it as Shirley flies out to left center field, and that does it for the Comets. They go down in order in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th, tied at 3.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruns and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Again, our score, 3-3. North Fayette Valley will send up Taylor Dean, Skylar Urison, Lainey Donnelly. That'll be 5, 6, and 7 in their lineup in a ball game tied as Charles City scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. North Fayette Valley scoring 3 runs in the 4th inning to tie things up. Dean is 2 for 2, singled twice, drove in a run, and she has scored. They come in at second base and weigh in at third, and Dean, trying to slap, takes the pitch low and away. The count is 1-0. She has been effective, putting the ball on the ground and just flying.
Yep, that's what you're supposed to do as a slap hitter.
And again, she plays with that brace on the left knee as well, but doesn't slow her down at all. Here and looks to slap it ahead, and the foul back. The count is 1-1. She kind of chopped down at that one.
Yeah, you'd think that brace would slow her down, but it sure doesn't seem to.
1-1 is now the count. So evened up. Good way for North Fayette Valley to lead off things here in the top of the 6th inning with pretty good speed if she reaches and slaps it but pops it up. Gifford just outside of the circle, takes a couple of steps in, makes the play. Dean that time popped things up, and it's out number 1 here in the 6th.
Yeah, like I said, trying to chop down on it and just caught the bottom half.
Skylar Urison, the catcher, is up to bat. Urison a sacrifice bunt, then singled in a run as part of that 3-run 4th inning. 1 out is the score as Lily Gifford is in her 3rd inning of relief and has only allowed 1 hit so far. Hasn't walked anybody and hasn't struck out anybody. And here's a ball that is lined into center field, and on the run is Sullivan. Sullivan playing shallow, tracks it down. Urison lines out softly to center field. 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th.
Yeah, playing shallow and great jump on that ball. Made that play easy.
Has the kind of speed that you can afford to play shallow.
Yep.
And that brings up now Lainey Donnelly, the second baseman, up to bat. Donnelly is 0 for 2, lined back to the mound. Safe on a fielder's choice, but that drove in a run, the tying run in this ball game. First pitch from Gifford, and it's a hard bouncing ball to the second baseman Hall. Hall able to get to it, flips it to the first baseman Wohlers, and that does it for North Fayette Valley. They go down in order in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up. We're tied at 3.
Looking for a fun summer activity? The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport encourages you to travel around the county, try delicious beef specials, and support local businesses and beef producers along the way. Visit places like the St. Olaf Tavern, Bill's Boat Landing, Stadium Bar and Grill, and more now through August 31st. Collect stamps for prize entries with either a paper or digital passport, and this year every stamp counts because there's no minimum required.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Bottom of the 6th inning, we're tied at 3. Ariana Wohlers, Layla Berry, and Addison Vance all due up. And it will be Wohlers to lead things off. They may be going to a pinch hitter in the number 7 spot in the lineup. We'll see, as there was some conversation going on with the umpires in between innings. So Ariana Wohlers is 1 for 1, but she has 2 RBIs in this ball game. Hit a sacrifice fly RBI, singled in a run back in the 3rd inning. That's the last time Charles City has scored. And Wohlers looking at the first pitch there from Batterson. Batterson's pitch in the dirt. The count is 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Tiger Hawks trying to hold serve here. Then if you look ahead to the top of the 7th inning, they'll send up 8, 9, and 1. Brooklyn Klein, who will lead things off, has had a game defensively. Tegan Schrader, the designated player, due up then the top of the lineup with Carrington Johnson. So 1-0 is the count now to Wohlers. First pitch, Wohlers hits a fly ball right field, and moving on over to the right there is going to be Kraft. Kraft, couple of steps to her left actually, able to get underneath it easily. Flying out to right field is Wohlers, and that's the first out here in the 6th.
Yeah, pretty much right at Kraft there. She didn't have to do much for that one.
Layla Berry is up to bat, the designated player who's due up, but they are going to hit for the designated player. And it will be number 14, Jayla Hall, who was the courtesy runner. So Hall has already scored 2 runs in this ball game, and now she's up to bat. Berry had bounced out twice to third. She looks to bunt, takes it high. The count is a called strike, actually, and the count is 0-1. I believe a called strike there.
Yep, I believe so.
So she may look to put it down as crashing in from third was Seek. By the way, at the end of the 4th inning, Osage leads New Hampton 9-0. So they're on their way to winning that ball game. 0-1 to Hall. 0-1 changeup, got a piece of it, and the count goes to 0-2. Charles City, as we mentioned, a very young team, so this is really their first tournament run for a lot of these kids. And it's a different type of atmosphere when you get to the tournament time.
Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes it works in your favor when you're young because they just don't know any better, and sometimes it can hurt you as well.
0-2 the count. 0-2 offering. She looks to bunt, lays it up the third baseline, fielded by Seek. The throw to first, it is in time. Bunting with the count 0-2. Seek able to charge in, throw a strike to Schrader. That's out number 2 here in the second. Obviously, they had a lot of confidence there in Hall laying down the bunt.
Yeah, a little risky, but you can also catch the defense off guard there because they're not expecting a bunt with 2 strikes.
Addison Vance, the right fielder, is up to bat. Vance is over 2, flew out to left field and bounced out to third. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the first offering to Vance hits a high fly ball, should be routine. Dean in center field comes in a couple of steps. She's got it easily. Vance flies out to center. That is now 8 in a row retired by Batterson. We go now here to the top of the 7th inning. Once again, our score tied at 3.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank, we empower success.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Top of the 7th inning, North Fayette Valley and Charles City tied at 3. It will be 8-9-1. Brooklyn Klein, Tegan Schrader, Carrington Johnson to lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning. Lily Gifford is in her 4th inning of relief for, again, Charles City. She has not given up a run yet in her relief appearance. But Klein trying to get to the top of the lineup. First offering there, and that pitch to Gifford, swinging through it there. Gifford's delivery to Klein swings right through it. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Charles City will send up 9-1-2. So J.C. Hall, then the top of the lineup, Megan Corbel and Lexan Joslin. Here's a bouncing ball. Third baseman playing in. Shirley gets a nice slow hop to handle. Flips it on over there to the first baseman, Woolers. Nice strike. Klein bounces out to third for out number 1.
Yeah, so when we get to that bottom of the 7th, it'll be really important to get those first couple batters out.
If you count that double play that Charles City turned, 9 in a row retired here by Gifford.
Yeah, she's done a nice job since coming in.
Tegan Schrader is up to bat. A strikeout victim, sacrifice bunt. Fists that one right back to the mound. Gifford just able to put up the left glove there. It was a jam shot and 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning.
Yep, Charles City looking to get back in the batter's box and trying to end this one.
So the Tiger Hawks will now send up the top of the lineup with 2 outs, hoping to get something going here. And it is once again Carrington Johnson, who was 0 for 3 but reached base on an error in the first inning, lined out to second, bounced out to short. 2 outs here. The offering to Johnson, changeup, bouncing ball at the end of the bat, fielded by the third baseman again. Shirley, strike across the diamond in plenty of time to Wohlers, and the Tiger Hawks go quietly in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3 here in Charles City.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency. Bottom of the 7th inning, for Charles City, J.C. Hall, then Megan Corbel and Lexan Joslin. That'll be 9-1-2 in their lineup. Hall is 1 for 2. Charles City certainly playing for a run here. Tiger Hawks got to the top of the lineup, and Charles City will at least get to the first 2 spots in their lineup here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So a well-played ball game tonight. And here is the pitch, and it's pop-up. Yoslin goes to the backstop area. She's got a chance, and backpedaling makes the play at the edge of the circle in foul territory. Hall pops out to catcher, and it's out number 1. And that brings up Megan Corbel, the top of the lineup. Corbel is 0 for 3. She has bounced out 3 times, the left-handed slap hitter for Charles City. But a big out number 1. And, by the way, that is now for Batterson. She has now retired 9 in a row. So Corbel awaits the pitch from the left-handed side of the box, fouls it back, and the count is 0-1. Tiger Hawks trying to get this thing to extra innings.
Yeah, that was a huge first out and keeps a lot of speed off the base paths, too, with that out.
And, again, another good defensive play by the Tiger Hawks. That was not easy for Urison with her back to the field making that play. 0-1 is the count now here to Corbel. And the 0-1 offering, slaps, takes it high, pulls things back. The count is 1-1. Of course, Seek crashing in from third base. Donnelly playing somewhat in at second base. Let's see if she moves a little closer. As a ball and a strike is the count now here to the top of the lineup. 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball. That's going to go slide into center field. It's a base hit. Go ahead run on. Corbel's first hit of the ball game. It is their first hit since the 4th inning. It is actually their 5th base hit. And the winning run on board for Charles City with 1 out here, and they bring up Lexan Joslin, the number 2 hitter.
Yeah, that huge hit there for Charles City, and Corbel's got some speed as well, so I think she's going to be going.
Yeah, Corbel this season, 29 of 31 stolen base-wise here. Joslin is 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the first inning, lined out to center field, and flew out to left field. Molsted's waiting on deck. She's been on base twice and has a base hit in this ball game. Also flew out to center field. And a great timeout taken here by Coach Shirley for North Fayette Valley, bringing the entire infield in here and to discuss strategy.
Yep, get everyone on the same page. Hey, this is what we're doing. That's the winning run. We got to know where we're going with the ball every time it's hit to us and that sort of thing.
So let's see what Charles City does if they move that runner, as Joslin, the shortstop, is up to bat. And here is Katie Batterson setting on the mound and getting the call from the sideline what pitch they want. And the first pitch now to Joslin. Batterson delivers, and that pitch off and running, by the way, is Corbel. The throw to second base, it is not in time. And again, flew. The throw was in front of the bag. There was no chance, but the winning run in scoring position now for Charles City.
Yeah, just too much speed there.
Joslin took the pitch low. The count is 1-0. So if the Tiger Hawks are going to get this to extra innings, they're going to have to get it through the heart of the Charles City lineup as the number 2 hitter looking at a 1-0 count. And Batterson with the 1-0 pitch, and it's a ball that's hit into left center field. It's going to go to the fence, and it's going to be a walk-off win for Charles City. Scoring easily from second is Corbel, and there's your ball game. Charles City scores a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. A heartbreaking loss for the Tiger Hawks, who had every opportunity late in this ball game. Game was tied at 3 after the 4th inning, and it becomes a 1-run affair. And it is Charles City advancing. They will face Osage in round number 2. Osage victorious. Well, it was 9-0 in the 4th inning, but they're on their way to winning that ball game. North Fayette Valley closes the season 19-15. Great effort tonight. Charles City improves to 20-9. Tiger Hawks battled in this game tonight.
Yeah, this was just a really, really good game. They battled. They got down early, didn't give up, fought back, tied it up, and credit to Charles City just pushing that run across in the bottom of the 7th.
So it's a walk-off win, and they win by a final score of 4-3. And again, they will advance to Saturday night's regional semifinal. Back with the totals, coaching interviews, game stats is coming up. And once again, that's all coming up on our post-game show after this.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision. Top Gun Customs knows you can fill a deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize button,
Choose skilled care to recover from your surgery or illness. Grace Bowman of Eitzen did, and she states, when I came into the hospital following surgery in La Crosse, the first thing I noticed was it seems like family. The whole unit was welcoming, kind, caring, and glad I was there. I felt peaceful, and with their help I knew that I would get back home again, which I did just 2 weeks later. The entire staff was encouraging and always gave the extra mile. Wherever you are, remember to ask for skilled care.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First and West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC, Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back once again to Charles City. Charles City walks off North Fayette Valley by a final score of 4-3. A well-played ball game tonight. Tiger Hawks fell down 3-0, scored 3 runs in the 4th inning, and then it really settled into the pitchers taking control as Batterson, until the 7th inning, had been certainly in a groove, and the same for the Gifford girl who came in for, once again, Charles City, as it was Lily Gifford coming in there and finishing things off for them. Winning pitcher, by the way, is Gifford. Gifford goes 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody, and struck out nobody. Crook started the ball game, worked into the fourth rather. She went 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, and struck out 2. After the first inning, Katie Batterson really settled into this ball game. Batterson gets the loss, but went 6 in the 3rd innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, and struck out 1, but did a nice job, I think, of keeping Charles City off balance.
Yeah, she did a great job. Just a couple walks, hit by pitch early in the game that, kind of got her out of her groove, but after that settled down and was tremendous in the circle for the Tiger Hawks.
All right, so let's go through the individual stats. Let's start with Charles City. Megan Corbel, 1 for 4, the run scored. Lexan Joslin was 2 for 4, 2 doubles, the game-winning RBI. And again, she had 2 hits. Jada Molstead in this game was 1 for 2. Hall came in to pinch a run for her and scored 2 runs. Brynlee Sullivan was 0 for 1. Allie Shirley 0 for 2 with an RBI. Avriana Wallers was 1 for 2. She drove in 2 of the 4 runs. Layla Berry was 0 for 1. Jayla Hall was 0 for 1. Addison Vance was 0 for 3. And J.C. Hall was 1 for 3 in this ball game. For Charles City, 4 runs, 6 hits. They committed an error. For North Fayette Valley, 3 runs. They had 6 hits and committed 1 error. Totals for North Fayette Valley. Carrington Johnson was 0 for 4. Ella Seek was 1 for 2. Katie Batterson 1 for 3 with a double and scored a run. Hannah Schrader 1 for 3 with a run scored. Taylor Dean 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Skylar Urison was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Lainey Donnelly 0 for 3 with an RBI. Brooklyn Klein was 0 for 3. Tegan Schrader was 0 for 2. There are your totals for North Fayette Valley. As again, our final score is 4-3. As North Fayette Valley, a great effort here. And again, they had the right attitude coming in, and they continued to fight hard there, had opportunities. We mentioned getting a chance late was going to be a key in this ballgame for them. They certainly did have that.
Yeah, they did a great job tonight. Kind of everything you could ask for except for the final score. Never gave up. They got down early, which was something we said they couldn't do, but yet they battled back from that, tied it up, and definitely had chances at the end of the game.
So Charles City will advance, and they will now face Osage. Osage victorious tonight, 11-2, I believe, the final score of the ball game. 11-2, the final score. As that game, by the way, scheduled to be at Charles City. So that will be here, Charles City, the higher seed. And once again, Osage victorious by a final score of 11-2. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk with the coaches of tonight's ball game. 4-3, tough loss for the Tigerhawks. Certainly a great effort in this regional game. Back with more when our post-game show continues after this. You're listening to high school softball from KCTN Sports.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
NFE Softball is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Post-game show continues from Charles City. North Fayette Valley drops a hard-fought 4-3 ball game as they close the year 19-15 on the season. We're joined by North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley. Coach, first off here, team down 3-0, but man, you guys kept fighting.
Yes, it was a great effort, and we knew with how we played versus Owine on Monday that we would compete, and so it wasn't a shock when we came in we would compete, but there was just a lot of positives that made the game even more fun tonight.
All right, let's talk, obviously, individually. In that third inning, it was the heart of your lineup, Batterson, Schrader, Dean, and as well as Urisan coming through for you there as they strung together 4 hits.
Right, yeah, so it's very helpful when Katie can get a long ball and we can get some extra bases, and so when Hannah puts the ball hard in play, that's great because then we just get an opportunity to either score or move her. And then Taylor has been really a big asset with us, especially in the slapping position there with number 5, just because she can put pressure on the defense, and it worked out in our favor.
All right, let's talk about your defense. Brooklyn Klein had a great game in left field for you. Again, a good defensive effort all the way around for the most part.
Yeah, as an 8th grader coming in, playing a hard team as Charles City, yes, have we had a lot of experience with other great hard hitters this season? Absolutely. But I think she came in a little bit more confident tonight and was just excited to get those big plays, the diving catch, the basic outs at the fence, and then the one almost rob of a home run. So it was a good night for her as well, and very beneficial.
Yeah, Katie Batterson, I think, really fought on the mound. A rough first inning, but man, she was able to keep Charles City off balance.
Yes, we were a little worried right at the beginning with maybe what the pitch calls were going to be, but we utilized it to our advantage, and we were able to use that changeup that she developed to throw off Charles City, and it definitely showed.
And again, she's thrown all but one inning all year long there, so you've leaned on her quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to lean on her next year, too. We will have probably a couple more incoming pitchers, one that will probably dress varsity. But, with her being a veteran, her being a junior next year, and all this experience in these high-pressure situations will depend on her a lot again next year.
All right, end of the season there, and again, you have, one senior, correct?
One senior, Hannah Schrader, can't replace her offensively. Having to replace her at first base is also going to be a stretch because we've had her there for the past 4 years. So it'll be big shoes to fill for whoever wants to get into that role.
Has to be some all-state possibility there, huh?
Yeah, I think that there might be an opportunity for her to be all-district, but we're just looking forward to seeing what she does in college with her track and field career as well.
Yeah, forget. She's done pretty well with that.
Yeah.
But obviously, a good step forward, I think, this season. You get something out of this atmosphere tonight, playing in a 3A tournament ball game, and I think you like the direction you guys are heading for the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, we knew that it was going to be a learning year with pretty much a new outfield, but they stepped up, and we're excited to use all this experience and to continue growing next year.
All right, Coach. Great effort again.
Thank
a good
you.
season. We look forward to catching up with you next year.
Thank you.
Yes, North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley talking things over there about her Tigerhawk program. They drop a 4-3 decision and a walk-off fashion here from Charles City. Back with more. We'll talk with Charles City coach Brian Boland. And that and more when our post-game show continues.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Egg Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Welcome back to Charles City. Post-game show continues. We're joined by Charles City softball coach Brian Boland. Coach, first off here, story of this ball game, you made a pitching change, and Lily Gifford, your 8th grader, thrown into a heck of a situation as an 8th grader, but gave you 4 solid innings to close this game.
Yeah, she's all year long shown incredible poise for an 8th grader, and being in a big moment in a postseason game, and obviously this is her first postseason game, showed no nerves, hit spots, just did what she needed to do.
And I think going into the bottom of the 7th, you had 9, 1, and 2 up, and I think you guys were pretty confident in that.
We're built with speed, and we just knew that we just needed to get either the 9 or the 1 on and make something happen.
And then Lex and Jocelyn, obviously after Corbel stole second base there, Johnson had her second double of the ball game. You're a 2-hitter, and that's what you do. They're the table setters, and she comes through for you.
Yeah. That's how you draw it up, and that's how it's supposed to work. And thank goodness Lexan put a nice swing on the ball and finally found a gap that game.
And some of your other players, I think, like Allie Shirley and Avriana Wohlers, so maybe we don't talk about enough there, but they had huge RBIs in this ball game. Wohlers had 2 RBIs.
Yeah, Wohlers, she had an injury about 10 games ago and really missed 5 or 6 games. And really in the last 2 games has really hit her stride again. She's been driving the ball middle hard all season. And, so it's nice to see her back to 100%.
All right, defensively tonight, I know you had an error early in this ball game, but I think defensively you're quite pleased with how you guys played.
Yeah, we've been solid in the infield all year. Our outfield covers a lot of ground, and our pitchers made some plays tonight. So, a couple big situations, and then we got a double play there in the 4th or the 5th inning to kind of get our momentum going a little bit.
All right, Osage, they're victorious tonight, 10-2 over New Hampton. You get to host them. That's a positive there. What do you know about them?
They're going to be solid. They're going to have, really, really solid pitching. Defensively, offensively, every year they can hit, and we're going to have to, play our game and get people on and steal bases and put pressure on them, and then be really solid defensively. We're going to have to make the plays, and if you give a team like Osage extra outs, they're going to put runs on you.
All right, so you'll be hosting them Saturday night. Good luck to you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You betcha. Once again, Charles City softball coach Brian Boland talking things over about his Comet team. Victorious tonight, 4-3 in walk-off fashion in a well-played ball game here at Charles City. We're joined once again by Coach Mike Sass. The game plan for North Fayette Valley, we laid it out, and they followed it to a T, just came up short.
Yeah, it kind of went to plan. If you're North Fayette Valley, just weren't able to get that one more run they needed, or get those 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th to push this into extra innings. But great effort by North Fayette Valley, and kind of did what they wanted to do.
And again, let's see how this propels them. They show they can play with some teams in 3A, a team that Charles City's won 20 ball games there. And the loss of Hannah Schrader, obviously that's going to be huge for them, as Coach Shirley had talked about there. But they bring plenty of things back there and look to continue to move forward as a program. So good luck to Charles City in their ball game Saturday night. This is, day 5 of us? Day 4. Kind of losing track. It's Thursday. This is the fourth night in a row.
Every night, that's all I know.
We have more ball Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow night, Edco and Keyhigh playing in Colesburg. The On Deck Show at 6:30, game time 7 o'clock. Saturday, back to the baseball tournament, Starmont at Southwind. The On Deck Show at 6:30, game time is at 7 o'clock here on KCTN FM 100. On the KCTN app, you can also catch the audio on the KCTN YouTube channel as well. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds great.
Once again, Charles City defeats North Fayette Valley by a final score of 4-3. For Coach Mike Stass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Caitlin Mussman for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com and click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
NFV Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg.